A very good morning to all the students. This is Veena teacher. Let us quickly recapitulate what we have seen in the previous module. In the previous class, we have seen genetic disorders, phenylketonuria, thalassemia, color blindness and sickle cell anemia. In today's class, we are going to look into chromosomal disorders, and the diseases that we are going to study are Down syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome, Turner syndrome. Now first let us understand Down syndrome. Now in the case of Down syndrome, there is trisomy of 21st chromosome, means one 21st chromosome is extra. So the person suffering from Down syndrome has 47 chromosomes. Now in the case of females, it is denoted by 45 plus XX. 21st chromosome is an autosome. That's why these females are 45 plus double X, and in the case of males, it is 45 plus XY. Now this this syndrome occurs because of non-distinction of chromosome or 21st pair during maturation of ovum. So during the egg formation only this kind of condition can arise, and in which 21st chromosome is extra in in the egg itself. Now here you can see this is the karyotype, and in the karyotype you can see here the 21 chromosomes are 3. It has to be 2 in number, but here in this case you can see that the 21st chromosome, 1 chromosome is extra. Now the common symptoms or signs which are shown by these children, this is an inborn disease. So the common symptoms that are shown by birth are decrease in muscle tone at birth, excessive skin at the nape of the neck, flattened nose, upward slanting eyes, small ears, small mouth, wide short hands with short fingers, separated joints between the bones of the skull, single crease in the palm of the hand, white spots on the colored part of the eye. Along with them, these children also show mental retardation, and one possible reason could be the late maternal age. So as the mother's age increases, there is more possibility of she giving birth to a child with Down syndrome symptoms. Now the next disease is Klinefelter syndrome. Now here there is trisomy of sex chromosomes. So here you can see that the sex chromosomes are 2 X chromosomes and 1 Y chromosome. So these individuals are male, but they show the qualities or characteristics of the female. So here these are designated by 44 plus XXY chromosomes. The signs of these individuals are they are taller than the usual males, broader hips and long legs, large breasts, weak bones, lower energy level, small penis and testicles, delay in puberty, and less facial hair on the body. Now the next disease that we are going to see is Turner syndrome, and in the case of Turner syndrome, 1 X chromosome is missing in the case of females. So here this is a female, and the female should be having 2 X chromosome, but here you can see that the female is having only 1 X chromosome. So these are designated by 2n is equal to 45 because 1 chromosome is missing, or 44 plus X 0. Now these females, they are short in stature or height, low hairline, fold of skin on neck, constriction of aorta, underdeveloped breast, and the thorax is having a typical shield shape. Elbow deformity is usually seen. The ovaries are non-functional or rudimentary. That's the reason why these females do not have any kind of menstrual bleeding or menstrual cycle. Shortened metacarpal, small fingernails, and there can be brown spots on the skin. Now children, one more part is left in this chapter. This is known as pedigree charts. Now here let us first understand the keys of the pedigree chart. Now in the case of pedigree chart, the circle indicates female, square box indicates male, and if the circle or square box is having a dark color inside it, it means that affected, means suffering from a particular kind of a genetic disease. This indicates deceased, means dead person. This indicates twins, adopted, and the triangle indicates miscarriage. Now let us understand this. So here you can see that there is one female and there is one male, and they are both connected by a line, direct line. So this particular line is a marriage line between the male and the female. So both of them are married. This is the first generation, and here there is a line of descent indicating that this couple are having children. And then here in the second generation you can see that this couple are having two kids. One is male kid and second one is a female kid. So there's a difference between the line here and the line here. So this line which is joining male and female directly is a marriage line. And here a line which is having before it a line of descent and they are not connected directly with each other. This line indicates the brother and sister or sibling line. Now here let us understand the pedigree chart or the transmission of hemophilia. Now here you see this is male and this is female. Here the key is already given. The male is affected and the female is normal. So when you have a cross with, you can do it on paper also the same thing. Affected male with normal female. Now what will happen? Mating of the affected hemophiliac male and the normal female. All the sons are normal and all the daughters are carriers. So here you can see they are having two children here. That is, here you can see that you can see four children rather here. Male is normal, male is normal. One female is carrier, one female is carrier. So these people, four children are shown. Now here mating of carrier women and normal male. So here you can see the carrier women and the normal male. When the mating is done between these two, this also you can do with your pen and paper. You can do it on paper and you can just check what happens when you have a cross between the carrier female and the normal male. You will get the same result. You will see that one male is affected, one male is normal, one female is carrier and one female is normal. Okay, and then so this is how you can analyze the pedigree charts, and this is how you can analyze the family chart for a particular disease in a family. Now children, this is also a very important part. All of you please pay attention here. Now in the examination paper, you will be shown one of these charts and you have to identify which category they belong to. Okay, now for example, you are seeing in this particular chart, both male and female are affected because they are darkened. The circle and the square box are darkened, and this is the marriage between the male and the female. This is a line of descent. They are having one male and one female, and here you see the female is normal and the male is affected. So here these kinds of diseases are said to be the autosomal dominant disease. Okay, and there is also possibility that the parents could be heterozygous also. Cannot be recessive as two affected parents cannot have an unaffected offspring. Now secondly, here you see the parents are normal and the female is affected. So these kinds of diseases cannot be dominant as two unaffected parents cannot have an unaffected offspring. So the parents must be heterozygous in this condition also. And here you see unaffected parents but daughter is affected. This is known as autosomal recessive kind of inheritance. Now similarly here you see the mother is affected, father is normal, and in the next generation the son is having the disease and the daughter is normal, and in the next generation all the daughters are having the disease. So here you can see that this disease suggests the kind of X-linked dominance kind of a disease inheritance. Similarly, if at all this is X-linked recessive, you see here the mother is normal, father is affected, and in the next generation the disease is not seen in the males but it is seen in the females, and all the males are affected. Here the difference between this and this is, here you see female is affected and one generation the female is normal and the next generation the female is affected. First, second, in the third generation you see the female is affected. Similarly here in the third generation you will find that the males are affected. So these kinds of diseases, since males are having only one X chromosome and the females have two X chromosomes, here in this kind you can say that it is X-linked recessive disorder. Now let us summarize children. Today's class we have seen chromosomal disorders, that is Down syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome and Turner syndrome. We also have seen the pedigree analysis. Children, this class ends this particular chapter. the chapter is done. I'm going to send you an assignment with the question answers. All of you keep that paper very safely with you and see that you solve the question answers which are given in that assignment sheet. And in the next class, I'll come with a new chapter. All of you, thanks a lot. Stay home, stay safe. God bless you all.